Fox's The Snake borrows heavily from shows like Peacock's The Traitors, but on both shows, one thing is clear: people are rarely who they seem. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Reality television lovers looking to scratch the itch that The Traitors left since the last season ended in March can look no further than Fox's The Snake. Hosted by Australian actor and comedian Jim Jeffries, The Snake Season 1 follows a similar premise to The Traitors in that the cast are all people of varying backgrounds who have come together with one purpose: to outwit the others and be the last one standing, so they can win the $100,000 grand prize. It won't be easy, as lying, deceit, and forming alliances are key to staying in the game. The Snake contestants have jobs that require winning people over. This promo for The Snake, shared by Fox on Instagram, illustrates one of the biggest strengths of The Snake. People are never as they seem, or so the show wants audiences to think. One might have preconceived notions about a pastor or a cheerleader, but there's likely more depth behind a person's job than just a surface description. Yes, the producers got creative with the idea that these jobs require winning people over, because the jobs include a content creator, a lawyer, a poker player, an HR director, a cop, and more. Any job, if one thinks about it, could be framed this way. Still, it is a good reminder that people are often more than meets the eye. In this way, The Snake borrows from The Traitors because the players on The Traitors are known, but people probably didn't think Lord Ivar Mountbatten was a threat, and yet he emerged as a winner during Season 3. The Snake and The Traitors are hosted by foreign entertainers. Another similarity that The Traitors and The Snake share? Their choice of host. On The Traitors' American version, famed Scottish actor and performer Alan Cumming is the perfect host. He's outlandish and over the top, and yet he hits just the right notes as the overlord on The Traitors. Alan knows things the other players don't, and he wields it over their heads throughout the season. Oh, and he knows how to deliver the perfect insult without being too mean. On The Snake, Jim is the host. Jim is best known for the 2013 FX show, Legit, as well as his various stand-up specials. Jim knows the comparisons to Alan will be rampant, and he makes a joke of it on The Snake's premiere by saying, "I'm Jim Jeffries. I'm a guy with an accent, and I'll be your host." Clearly, Jim is in on the joke. One big difference is The Snake contestants aren't famous. For all the similarities between The Snake and The Traitors, there's a major difference in that The Traitors casts all public figures. They aren't necessarily all famous in the entertainment industry, although for the most part, they are. There are some outliers, like the aforementioned Lord Ivar and Dylan Efron, whose biggest claim to fame prior to The Traitors Season 3 was that his brother is Zac Efron. Because most of the players on The Traitors are well known, it's easy to draw conclusions about them. A killer player on Survivor would probably be a great player on The Traitors, one would assume. Again, it isn't always the case, but it makes for some interesting television. On The Snake, none of the cast are public figures, although some did have some internet fame before joining the show. This means that the viewers can only go based on what is being shown to them in the moment. The viewers would assume, for instance, that the pastor would be an honest person, or that the ex-con would be a suspicious person. But just like on The Traitors, sometimes what we think we know about a person isn't always the reality.